Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, whatever it may be. Thank you all for being here. And we have Mary. Hi, Mary. Always nice to see you. Ginger. Hi, Ginger. My lovely mod. Lori. Thanks for coming back, Lori. Always nice to see you as well. And Peggy from Nova Scotia. Hello. From Nova Scotia here as well. Tammy, hi. Who else do we have? Ariel, hi. Thanks for being here. Char, thanks for being here. Diesel Weasel, hello. How are you doing? And Lisa and Mark, another lovely mod. Thank you, Mark, for being here. Betty, thanks. Yeah, so let's get into this one, folks. I have to say, I am very proud of this witness. We'll call him a witness. He's a witness to something, that's for sure. What it may be is up to the RCMP to figure that one out. But when someone's not being truthful about the accounts of what took place, one would have to wonder why, right? So, if a vehicle was coming and going from your home and there's no reason to be dishonest about it, you're just going to say why, right? But that's not the case. And this witness, Brad, he's okay with his name being out there now. But he is, we'll say he's doubling down. And I know some of you will find that funny and know what my joke there is. Anyways, I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of any witness that comes forward. Yeah, but I'm especially proud of this fella. I'm especially proud of this fella because, he has a past, and we shouldn't be held to that. Um, we people have things in their past, and they move forward, and we shouldn't be judging somebody on that. Um, and crucifying them for that. We should pay attention to what's going on right now. Right? Anita Benita, hi. Uh, Oddball Screw Tube won't let me chat unless I use Papa. What? Weird. Um, I'm better here with you lot. Just finished digging out a septic tank. Heads. Ugh, yeah, Pew is right. Getting too old for this. Yeah, getting too old for this. Shh. Literally, right? Cheryl, hi. Thanks for being here. I am proud of both witnesses. Yep, absolutely. We need more people to step up. Yep, that's right. That is right. Andrea, hi. How you doing? Yeah, Peggy, I so agree. I so agree. And when people do come forward, we have to listen to them. We can't be digging the dirt up on them. And that can intimidate people. Um yeah, we should appreciate their voices. Absolutely. I'm proud of witnesses. We need more to help victims. Yep. Not just in this case. Exactly, Anita. And people should not be scrutinized for doing the right thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Nova, listening from Nova Scotia. Just spent the last 2 hours copying scripts from Darren Darewood. My brain hurts. Oh, I bet it does. Um, well done to everyone coming forward. Absolutely. 1-800-22-TIPS. Help find Lily and Jack. Absolutely. And I'll put my scroll on the bottom there, my banner. Proud of everyone who stands up for whatever is right. Absolutely. Yep. Hi, Angelina. Thanks for coming back. Hi, everyone. May not be able to stay, but just wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for popping in to say hi. And, you can always catch it on the replay. Most crimes are solved by tips. Yeah, exactly. The law enforcement depends on us as the public to come forward with what we know, because the it's just a fact that someone always knows. Very rare that someone doesn't, right? Besides the individual who did something nefarious, right? Marianne, hi. With all the Bologna going on around the witnesses, this is exactly why they don't come forward. Exactly. Exactly. No, that was Pew. Pew, as in a relief that it's done. Ah! No smell, thankfully. Just the town makes us do it every 2 days. Oh, 2 years. Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha. I think the Martells and everyone in their clan speaks volumes. The DL threats make what witnesses are saying more truthful. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I would like to know about what happened with the tip from Natasha Haywood. Well, I don't believe that went anywhere. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, because RCMP said again, there's after that tip and after it come out to the public, there's no evidence of an abduction. So, yeah. So proud of both Brad and Justin for thinking of justice for Jack and for Lily and Jack first. Absolutely. Hi, May. Thank you to the witnesses who come forward in this crazy case. Absolutely. Yeah. YouTube posted this for me. Okay. Don't forget, you're a standard moderator for this channel to help the creator build a positive Safe community, yeah, and I would say you do that. You sure do. Yes, you do. Um, you can delete inappropriate messages, yep. Put a participant in timeout, yep. Hide someone from the channel. Manage messages held for review, yep. And you can, Ginger, 100%. Yep. I totally trust, you and Mark on to make those decisions. Don't ever think that if you have to make a decision like that, that I'm gonna go, well, what did you do that for? No, I wholeheartedly, if you guys have to make a decision like that, I would totally back you up on it and know that you did it for a reason. And we have a pretty good, knock on wood, we have a pretty good chat here, I have to say. Very rare do we have to do that. I think there's only been 3 times so far. Yeah. Mary, thank you. Thank you. And I also want to thank everyone who recently has become a member as well. So we'll do the little dance of thank you to Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary. You're so sweet. Oh, and we have another one, super sticker. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you. I have a big smile on my face every time, guys. Thank you so much for the appreciation. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So sweet. Thank you. Investigators encourage anyone with specific information on the whereabouts of Lily and Jack are asked to call the Northeast Novah RCMP Major Crime Unit at 1-902-896-5060. Thank you so much, Ginger. And I will put my banner across there too. Yeah, and we'll put where are we at here? Because I am going to go over this in a minute too. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. FYI, speed can be set. Mine doesn't pick up my neighbor. Oh, the cameras speed can be set. Mine doesn't pick up my neighbor as he leaves at 4:30 a.m. every morning. Oh, interesting. Hi, D. Murphy. Hey, Novah. Thank you. Lilly&Jack. Yep. Lilly&Jack. Yep. You love that song, do you? It's cute. It's cute. I picked my songs carefully. I thought that was sounds a little celebrating, right? Yeah, thank you for all you do. Well, thank you for saying thank you. Sunny from a Crimimg shame. I want to give her credit big time. What she did last night, and we're going to go through it for all of you that didn't watch, is amazing. So amazing. Like I am so proud of her for the work that she does. And that's it's a Crimimg shame. If you guys are not sub to that channel or you don't watch it, check it out and you'll see it on here because I'm actually just going to pull her video and go through certain things because it's right from that show, from the horse's mouth. And I'll show you a picture of the with no car, with car, you'll see the lights and what Brad can see from his property. How does the RCMP expect people to come out to help a case if they are going to be dismissed? I don't think they're dismissing them. I think they're just saying, honestly, I think the reason why they come out with that statement, this is totally, in my opinion, speculation, is that they knew if they didn't, people were going to be saying, well, did you catch them on cameras? Did you catch, like that was going to be the next question. And they knew that they didn't, right? That it wasn't caught on camera, right? It doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's just the availability of the cameras in that area. Did it capture exactly, you know, what was going on? And I'll say it again. And I noticed Sunny's guest when I know she was on last night, and I just popped in to say hi and went back to bed to sleep because I'm trying to keep my sleep back on track. So I'm not so sleepy through the day. And her guest on there said the same thing I did. Well, if that camera is pointing in an area that's picking things up so well, right, or it is working so well that it picks things up, then it would have picked up Lily and Jack, right? Like our CMP would have said, oh, there's Lily and Jack heading up the road there to where the blanket and the footprints were found. Like, right? But so you have to think of that stuff. And yeah, so I think they come out with that to just kind of, you know, nip the next obvious question from the public in the butt type thing that they know. When I'm sure media was asking them, right? Because that's going to be the next obvious question. So if it wasn't captured, it wasn't captured, right? Doesn't mean it didn't happen. There was crimes before we had these cameras and cell phones and all of that stuff, right? There's other ways to solve a crime by wasn't captured on any camera, so it didn't happen. That's not the case. Anyways, that's my thoughts and my opinion. Didn't the lady with the trail camera sell her home and move? I don't know. Melissa? You're talking about Melissa and Glengarry? There was other people that handed in their trail cams too. She wouldn't have been the only one. She's just the one who did an interview, right? Novah, I love your critical thinking skills. Thank you. Lily and Jack and Belinda, Jack's birthday. Yeah. It's going to be so hard for her. I know. The first everything is devastating and Jack is only 4. Heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, not that I'm ignoring your comments, because I know they're all, yes, Sunny did a fantastic job. So well done. Yeah, I'm telling you, when she goes for it, she gets the job done. Not that she doesn't always go for it, but when she knows, okay, this is the time to dig my heels in, she knows when it's time, and she does a fantastic job. I know I've learned a lot from her, and I'll continue to most likely learn a lot from her. And she's another Canadian channel. I would say she's one of the bigger ones, if not the biggest. Hi, Polar. Thanks for coming in. And Christine. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the positive Sunny comments. She is genuinely concerned about Lily and Jack, like you, Novah. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah, anybody still following this case, I would say, is genuinely trying to, wants answers, right? And wants these children found. Hi, Nancy. So I'm going to say hi to all the new folks that came in the room. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Into the chat room, that is. Peas in a pod, hi. And then we'll get on with it, okay? Because I mentioned yesterday, I have company coming today. I mentioned yesterday we were going to touch on Janie again today, but obviously I feel this is more important, right? Because this is in real time taking place. Sharon, hi. Thanks for being here. Linda, hi. Thanks for being here. Shenanigans. I can't remember if I said hi to you yet or not. So if I did, I apologize. Thanks for being here. Jane, thanks for being here. Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. Now, of course, the first thing I want to say, guys, is remember, this is about, no matter what we're discussing, it is always about Lily Sullivan, 6 years old, Jack Sullivan, 4 years old. Last seen May 1st, 2025. Reported missing May 2nd, 2025. From Gairloch Road, Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. And there is a $150,000 reward for any information. Please come forward if you have any information. And again, thank you to the two gentlemen who have come forward. And you can see the banner scrolling across the bottom there has the numbers that you can contact, okay? The one that is directly to RCMP and the other if you would rather remain anonymous, okay? Alrighty. So, hi, Belinda Believes. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I'll remove their picture. And then we will go over to, actually, I'm going to bring up another picture there. And I'll go over that first with you guys before we look at the video. Oh, that is nice and big. You guys should be able to see that. And because I took this from Sunny's show. It's a Crimimg shame. So I put her handle there, right? Which is at a Crimimg shame, not her handle, but her, a splash or whatever they call that. I know she usually puts it like a green color, but I cannot figure out how to turn that green. So I did the best I could. I can't. Thanks for being here. And anybody else that come in that I missed. Yeah. So this is from, It's a Crimimg Shame. Okay, guys. Now it was a video that Brad Wong took, who is one of Watermark. Thank you, Shar. Who is one of the witnesses that came forward. Okay. Now, we're going to go over some stuff. I have everything time-stamped from Sunny's video where he does state that Boss Man, if you've never seen him in the chats, I think he might have been in here once or twice before. But typically anyone who's involved in the case, they'll go to like Sunny's or Justin's or whatever more often than here. They'll just pop in here the odd time or once or twice or whatever, but they'll stick with the bigger channels, right? Which is good because that's where the more attention is, and that's awesome. I'm just building my channel. So he did admit that he is Boss Man, and he was able to also prove it. So it is him. That is a definite. And I'll show you that when we go over to Sunny's channel. But here, what he did was he went out and he took the video in his yard to show that he can see vehicles down on the road, which I didn't doubt, and I had discussed it already, how I used to live out in the country and I was elevated, the house I lived in. And there was a mine across the road past the trees, and you can see how that looks level. Well, that's what it looked like to me. That exactly what I'm looking at is exactly how I described it. was that it actually looked level in the nighttime. So to me, it was very confusing. It's like an illusion, and I couldn't understand where these lights were coming from and the light pollution in the sky, because when you live way out in the country, it's so black that you can really see lights because there's no light pollution. And so I questioned my husband on it, and then he explained it to me what was going on there. So I didn't doubt it. And so on the left, the far left, you can see no vehicle, right? So you can see, like in the V of the tree there, there's no vehicle. And then you can see in the middle where there's lights from a vehicle, and you can see on the far right even the difference in the lights in the vehicle. Now, in the actual video, you can actually see, as the vehicle's driving by, it's captured again further over to the left, and he's panning, trying to capture it all. And it's hard because vehicles are moving fast. Where you can see the lights again that beyond the trees. Now, mind you, these trees do not have all their leaves off yet as well. Our leaves are starting to fall, but they're not completely bare yet. Now, in May, when the children went missing, they were just starting to bud. So my guess, and my opinion would be, is that he probably could see it even better during that time in that area. So you can see yeah. So anyways, I want to explain that first. So I wanted you guys to see this in the picture, because in the video it's hard to catch it, but I'm going to put the video on half speed. So hopefully you guys will see it. All right. Now let's go over to Sunny's channel. I just have to look it up, guys. So give me a second. Keep chatting there. Sunny. All right. Go to the first timestamp, 131. All right, so you're going to see here where 131:44. Okay, she must bring another message up soon after this. So we'll just click on here, and we'll listen to this part.
Simple as that, right? Now,
so that was the thing that one of the things that let them know that that was him, because she had known he had did something the night before, or she had to say it back to somebody else. And so she said to him, were you doing something last night that was, that the neighbors would have known that you were doing that, around you or whatever. Anyways, so to show that it was him, he was able to answer the question. So yeah. Oh yeah. So that is there where he says, yeah. And he was cutting the firewood. Yeah. So this is where he admits he is Brad. Boss man is Brad.
Was that information coming out that all of a sudden there's this other person named Justin Sundance Smith that kind of comes out and says and corroborates this? Because, I kept wondering, I was trying to picture, okay, is this true, about thing, but why would a neighbor say that? But you're not like, there's nothing to back it up per se besides just another piece of something you're hearing. So I am very glad that this part of, like, all these unredactions are coming out, because it's just another, to me, a step closer to both the truth and for Jack and Lily.
That's right.
Like, Jack and Lily, they're children. They're beautiful children. I have one son, and when he was born, he was my goal.
That's right, Sonny. All right. So I just want you guys to see that, right? Where he's been able to answer that question, and it is him, and he is saying, "This is me, Brad, and I cut firewood till 3 in the morning to tell the neighbors to bleep off." Anyways, he sells fire. I don't know why I want to keep saying fireworks. Firewood. And I guess he cuts it through the night. I don't know. There some men have more. I don't know. They work better through the night. And honestly, like my husband's like that. He's like that. But yeah, I know my husband stayed up to work on the car, to do other stuff. He used to love working the night shifts. He's getting older now, so a little different now. But this fella's still in his 30s. He's just the age of my boys. All right, so that is that. Now we'll go to the next timestamp. We're going to work our way to the video that he shows. Hi to everyone new that came into the chat as well. So he's going to tell us what kind of car Daniel drives. Now, I speculated the whole time that the car was the car that was at Earl's, because there was a reason why the reporter from the Globe and Mail made a point to state that there's a black car at Earl's, which he had told her was Daniel's, but it was needing repairs, so he couldn't drive it. Which doesn't mean the car didn't work, and I kept saying that doesn't mean the car doesn't work. It just means it's not roadworthy. It probably didn't pass one of the, its next inspection. And this is all, in my opinion, just speculating. So, there's one of my videos I did there, right? And the whole video was about that. Is this black car, Daniel's black car at Earl's, right? And I was trying to figure out, well, what type of car could it be, right? I didn't touch on the Kia. I didn't think it was going to be a Kia, but I touched on 3 other type of black cars that I thought it could be. So now we're going to go to where he answers that question for us. And again, just like I talked about yesterday about how things that we've discussed already are coming to fruition, right? Because this is something that was already discussed about what type of car, right? What type of car is this? I really dove into it, or whatever you want to say.
Why not answer about it? What's the avoidance of it all? Right, that's a good one. It's an aftermarket key fob. That's right. Right.
So, and that
so bottom line is, it was just kind of like,
that actually is, I don't believe, is a key fob. I think it's one of the automatic starters, in my opinion. And Sunny's guest had said that as well, and I agree with her, because that's what I was thinking as well. And I meant to ask my husband because I knew he would know, but I forgot. So you can see there where he says it's a 5-speed black Kia Rio. So again, that's coming from him. He would probably know. And I'm going to speculate and assume that that is the vehicle that's at Earl's. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Kent, when I had seen that. I think it was on Justin's. I watched it and I was thinking, because there's things missing off of it. And but I, don't want to say something that I'm not sure of. And I meant to ask the hubby and I forgot, but I agree with her on that for sure. Yeah, so that's what he's telling us. Okay. All right. Okay, so they talk about cameras in the area. She had asked him the question, and he's going to answer her on that. So we're going to go to that. 2:35.
Road. And he said all the cameras are at the same house, but if they work, he's not sure.
No. So no, they don't. So there we go.
And Sunny had already talked about that before, about those cameras not working. So she knows. She knows. Yeah, so whether they're all not working or the cameras that needed to be working that would have shown, what the police could have seen were not working. But anyways, so yeah, so whatever cameras were there, they're all at the same house, and they're all at the same house after tracks if they work. Yeah. So all right, so now we're going to go to the vehicle video, part of the video. And I will play it slower so you guys, so hopefully I haven't played it slower yet. So hopefully we'll all see it better, the lights. We'll try at half and see how that is. But I showed you the picture, right? So you know what area to look for in that tree, in the little empty spot. It's like there's no branches there, so it's really black and it's like a V, or even the shape of an L, maybe more of an L. Look in that area and you will see the lights. And then as he's panning to the left, you're going to continue to see the lights as the car continues to drive on the road. Okay. And this is Gairloch Road that he's looking down onto.
Okay. So you're going to start seeing the car lights right there.
You can see them.
Smack almost in the middle to the right a little bit. See those car lights.
And then you'll see them in the trees again.
No, I don't really want to play.
Sunny sounds funny. Sunny's either sleepy or really, really drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said,
I want to hear her say and stuff like that. Oh my. Okay, so you guys saw that there. Now, what I encourage you to do, because where it's so small on here and I can't make it bigger. I have that full screen there already. I know, Ginger, right? And stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, I encourage you, of course, to go to her video, watch the whole video. Great video, great job. Well done, Sunny. So appreciate it what you're doing for the Lilly&Jack Sullivan case for Lilly and Jack. So yeah, go to her video, put it on slow. Even if you have, because remember, this is the car driving, right? You can turn the volume down so you're not listening to Sunny talk so slow. And do it at 0.25 and see what it, because you're going to see the lights again over to the left in behind those trees, and it just again shows you how it doesn't matter that those trees are there. You can see the car lights. So yeah, so another part I want to show, I'm just going to end with here, and then we'll go to any comments. So if you guys want to hold any comments you have to say until I show this part of the video, and then I can go to comments and go through some comments, because if you want me to see them and bring them up, I won't be able to go back, right? The chat's too fast. So if you just give me 2 minutes here and we'll take a peek at this. What I want to end with on Sunny's video is also Brad's wife, who we know is Mary. She is in this chat as well, and she's under wifey, and she had stated to Sunny about how her son, I don't know if you guys had already seen the picture of the kids sitting on Charmaine's bench that Charmaine and her husband had donated. So there was a group of kids, and they had their like happy faces over their faces, right? So you couldn't see them, that were sitting on the bench at the school because it was donated to the school as a buddy bench. And her son is one of the ones sitting on that bench. So I can't remember if it was Sunny that showed it or if it was Char that showed it, or maybe they both had them on their channels. But Mary tells Sunny that her son is one of the ones on that bench. So we're just going to end with that on a happy note, and then I'll go to the chat, okay? So if you have any comments you want me to see, just give me a couple of minutes here, and we will pull your comments up. Okay, so 425. And it just gives you an idea of who these folks are, right? Like, they're not horrible people, right? That they're being made out to be by someone else. And I don't like that. We didn't do that to Daniel or Malay in the beginning, right? Daniel did it to himself, but we didn't do that. There it is. Oh, yeah, she's telling Charmaine in the chat. Yeah.
So Charmaine made her buddy bench.
Oh, my God. We gotta take that off. Sunny sounds so funny in slow speed. There we go. I think everybody sounds funny in slow speed.
Her and Ian made it with so much love for Jack and Lily. So their name is on it. It sits at the school at Salt Springs Elementary. I got so excited. Thank you so much. And your hubby. I'll have to.
The
let me
wife
s-
is her name.
Do I have a
But
picture
that's
image
Mary,
file?
right? Mary Wong.
Do I have one handy dandy?
And we'll just scroll to the picture of the kids. There we go.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
So there's the bench. And I've thanks Charmaine for doing that and how wonderful it is. I'm going to be bringing a couple of coats out to the school, so I'll take another picture of it for her as well. So yeah, I wanted to bring some mitts and hats out too, so I'm just crocheting right now. And I got to get my button gear here because we've had a beautiful October, but it is going to be getting cool here soon. Oh, Ford Focus automatic starter. Yeah. I wonder if it's one of those ones you can buy, though. I know my husband will know as soon as I show him that because he's had to do it. Like when you lose one and then you just have to buy one that can be used with different ones or whatever, and universal or whatever. Yeah, so there's the buddy bench that Char and her husband made, and under that plaque, for anyone that doesn't know, it actually has Lily and Jack on there. And there's the kids in the schoolyard sitting on the buddy bench, and so Mary's saying one of those children ended up being her son that was in the picture, and how proud she was of that. So that's nice. All right. So we'll end on that, guys. And and again, guys, full credit to It's a Crimimg Shame. And Sunny, It's a Crimimg Shame. And this is her channel here. And, if you're not already subbed, which I know most of you are, that's how most of you know me, is through Sunny, because I've been on Sunny's show with her on this case. And she, I just can't even say enough. I can't even say enough, honestly, about Sunny. So sub or go over, check out her channel and make a decision for yourself if you want to sub. And also there is Charmaine's channel, True Crime Story Pod with Bree and Jar. That's a tough one. So True Crime Story Pod with Bree and Shar. Mariska, if you're going to be here, be nice. Okay? We'll respect your thoughts. Okay? Respect others, right? And I, don't agree with that. Okay? Yeah. So keep it respectful, okay? Yeah. And Ginger, Mark, you guys got the wrench. If you have to make a decision, do it. Okay, guys, we'll go to some comments there, okay? Everyone that Googles the key fob gets a different. Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. I'm wondering how Daniel could afford to buy a Cadillac. Well, I guess it was only $2,500. Who knows? Probably money from somebody. Love watching Sunny. She does it from her heart. I agree. Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, I love watching her. Love watching Justin, Charmaine, Daphne. I don't want to leave anybody out. If I did, I'm sorry, but you guys know the main the main gang. Novah, if you buy a heater after to put in vehicle, it comes with its own fob. If you buy a heater. Put it into Google AI. Charmaine is a beautiful soul. Yep, she is. Novah is a beautiful soul. Thank you. I buy hats and gloves every year for the homeless. Nice. I've donated to the homeless as well, hats and gloves. I've given them to my son, and then he takes them because he liked doing that. And he would ask me, and I would. Yep. This year I may donate coats for the kids. Yes. Yeah. I think it said universal. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I'm thinking, why was Dan telling Darewood he was in that vehicle? I don't know what you're talking about. The only vehicle I know about that you could be talking about, that Darewood talked about, was a vehicle that showed up at his son's place, and Darewood coinkadinkly happened to be there at the time. And Daniel showed up there with two other people in the vehicle, and he said another guy and a girl, a female and a male, and they were just there, getting him out for a drive because he was just feeling so down, and he just needed some pampering. And then they popped into Deerwood's sons and blah 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 blah. And Deerwood happened to be there. That's the only vehicle I know about, so I don't know if that's what you're referring to. There we go. Thank you, Ginger. All credit to Sunny from It's a Criming Shame. Please give her your support at. Thank you very much for doing that. Yep. Yeah, so dirt on key don't mean nothing. No, especially a guy's keys. I agree with that. Yeah, Nova, in my opinion, Daniel and Malaya never went door to door asking neighbors if they saw the kids on May 1st. Huge flag. Yeah, I thought about that too. Right? Because typically, I mean, if my kids ever wandered off, which I don't think they ever did, besides that one time when my son got out when he was little. Like I always, people used to get after me saying I had my kids too strapped to me because I didn't let them go off. But, yeah, like I'd be going to the neighbors, is my son over here or my kids over here? Yeah, I agree with you. That's kind of different for sure. DMs changing story ought to be enough to detain him. Yeah. I don't know if it works that way though. I wish it did. Shenanigans Daphne is my home girl. Yeah. Please post her channel too. Yeah, we can post her channel. Hi Bonnie. Oh my God, Ginger. If you want to, if you don't mind, please post in Daphne's. Daphne's got a fantastic channel. Yep. Hi Bonnie. Jess, I wonder if the RCMP noticed him being wet from the waist down. Well, yeah, or did he get rid of those clothes before they showed up? Right? Doesn't sound like he would have had time to by his multiple different storylines. But yeah, I wonder, eh? Good thought. For sure. Yeah, for hours in waist deep water. Yep. Yep. Depends on what story you're listening to, though, right? Yeah. which version of events. Did Daniel's fangirl get booted? I don't know, but if she did, I'm sure the mod felt she needed to be. Hi Nova, love your gentle take. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Soil tells us a lot. It contains where it's from and plant spores in soil too. Yes, indeed. Right on. Yep. Well, apparently he got there when they showed up. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So hopefully if he was soaking wringing wet, they would have noticed, right? Just there's more than one. Get. I may have to take to my bed over this. Yeah. God. Okay, gotcha. God. Nova water waiting, not possible in my opinion. Temperature, hypothermia. Oh my God. Yeah, you would have. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah, he would have been freezing. Eye roll. Yeah. Did I miss something funny that Mark said? Mark, where are you? How come sometimes I see, like, I don't see anything Mark said, but I see Ginger's laughing at Mark. It's weird. Hi, Mohawk. Mohawk mum. I do not forget he was running in that water. Oh, yes, of course. He was running in water. He was running faster than the helicopters. Gosh, the list just goes on and on and on of Super Dan. Was he wearing his hip waders? Yeah. While he was doing it. Who knows? Right? Don't give him any ideas because that'll be the next story, Mohawk. Angelina. Bruises on little Jack and Lily's face should be enough to arrest them. It wouldn't take much to crack and break Daniel down to confessing what he knows. He knows, yeah. I want to point something out now, something I know you guys will remember because I've said it over and over and over. In my opinion, now that there's the cases where the evidence is when, the individuals. So if something nefarious took place to Lily and Jack, unfortunately, they, in my opinion, are the evidence that our CMP needs. They need them, right, to know whether something did or didn't, and if it did, what happened, and then they can go from there. And I always said, to me, I feel that's the issue in this case, right? This is why Lily and Jack need to be found, right, in order to know what direction this case is going to go in. And if it goes in the direction of something nefarious, to be able to make arrests. And I always said that. Now, last night on Sunny's show, her guest said the same thing, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Yeah. Sure, and Janie thought it was a normal thing. Drone speed 30 miles per hour over 100 miles per hour. I looked it up. Okay. Jess, you also have to record your KMs in Nova Scotia. Keep that in mind. Number 1, why not go to Janie's trailer first before running in the woods to look for the kids? Right. They didn't go to her trailer. They didn't go to anybody and say, have you seen the kids? Right? Very strange. Well, I guess they both thought Janie wasn't there, but even still, I'd be checking, right? to see, well, did she lock the door? Could they have gotten in there somehow? Daniel Martel will never again be safe in this world ever. He'd be safer in prison. His life will never be the same again. Yeah, well, his life will never be the same again. I don't know. I wouldn't about the word safe. But yeah, I agree with that one. And he did that to himself, because if he is innocent, there's just no way. Like, why would anybody make themselves look so guilty? If you're innocent, why make yourself look this guilty, like, of something, right? That's in my opinion. Hi, Jules. Novah, maybe you have top chat on. You think you have live chat on to see all the comments. Top left corner of chat. Use upside down arrow. Okay, top left corner of chat. I don't see that. I can do that. Put it on screen. Makes me wonder now why she stayed home that day when it was routine for her to go out to town with Ron. Yeah, there's a lot of... That's why I wanted to go over Janie again, because there's a lot of different things, right, there that don't make sense with Janie. Maybe they didn't think to check Janie's RV first because Janie's dog didn't like the kids and they didn't think the kids would go there. Maybe, but when your kids are missing, you're going to check everything. I mean, you even check closets and under the bed, and you just do. But yeah, that's good thought. Hi, Native Girl. Thanks for being here. Why was she so tired that morning? Why were they all so supposedly tired that morning, right? Like, holy cow. Like that, 3 adults on the property, that place should have been hopping. Like, they should have been up. Breakfast should have been on the go. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. My thoughts was nobody ever thought maybe they got on school bus. My thought was nobody ever thought maybe they got on the school. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, did they go out and get on the school bus? Yes. Good point, Mystic. Good point. I seriously suspect EM was in the 5-speed the night before, premeditating and preparing. Yeah, something was going on. Because the thing is, I believe Brad, right? I believe him. And the thing is, Daniel's saying it didn't happen. So if you believe Brad, then you have to believe that Daniel's lying for some reason about the fact that he was doing something. Instead of just saying, yeah, that was me, I was doing this and that. So, yeah, something's amiss, that's for sure. Maybe she's always tired. Yeah, maybe. Daniel, Janie, and Earl know people are blaming them, but keeps coming back for more. I don't understand this. Well, and that's why they're being looked at in the first place, is because of that, right? I mean, Daniel chose to come out, and Daniel chooses to say the things he says. That's not... Nobody did that to him. He did that to himself. And then, and then Janie did come out and speak, right? And everyone would be thinking, oh, good, like, good, she's going to come out and speak about the kids, and she's, going to plead for the kids and you know, no. Well, Janie comes out and it's all about Janie, 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 Janie's sad story, Janie. It's all about, yeah, well, Janie and that dog. Like, I still haven't listened to the whole Janie tapes because I can't. I just can't. I literally break down every time I try. I can't. It's so disturbing. I can't do it. Suspicious Mime, love your channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. You can choose top chat, live chat, or fan funding, Nova. Why do I not see that? I'm on mine says live chat. Is what it says right now. So I think I'm okay. Cuz that's what I want, right? Live chat? I didn't know that you could do that. There's so much on here, I guess I still have to learn. Nova, that's right. He did it to himself. Yeah. He knows what happened to Lilly&Jack. His comments have angered the world of people following this case. His games, yeah, and the games have angered the people who love Lilly&Jack 100%. And if you're not guilty of anything, you're still a disgrace for what you're doing. Because you don't keep coming out and changing stories and, well, it happened this way, well, it happened that way, well, and pointing fingers at everybody that you can point at, and, like, you don't do that. What is the point of that if yeah, there's just no point. There's no point in doing that, right? An innocent person would not do that. I don't even know if a guilty person would be foolish enough to be doing what he does. Like, it just doesn't make sense either way. It just doesn't. Malaya said she heard the kids playing in the next room and she didn't get up. She already emailed they would be absent. Yep. Why not get up and feed the kids breakfast? I know that. And don't forget, she called her mother at 8:28, and that's really irritated me when I read that because I thought, okay, so you're calling your mother at 8:28. Well, first of all, why couldn't you go in the room with the kids where the kids were to do that, right? Well, I guess you have to stand by a certain window, but like, why are you not caring for your kids? You're calling your mother, but you can't take care of the two kids that are awake and would want some breakfast and they're jacking a clean pull up, and like, it is so maddening. Mohawk, then she assumed Dan was yelling because Jack let the chickens out. Well, Jack let the chickens out is one story. The other story is because they wanted the kids in the house, like, to try to get them in the house. Like, she has different stories as well. Like, her and Daniel are one of a kind. That's for sure. One of the same. Yeah. Hi, Sharon. There didn't seem to be a normal routine on that property for those two babies. No, definitely not. Right? So sad. So sad. Every time they speak or write, they make it worse for themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's scary. I mean, that's scary. If what they're presenting to us in their minds, they think that that's just tickety-boo and all good here, holy cow. And that's how they're presenting themselves to the public. Well, what goes on, behind the scenes? Like, that's scary. That is scary. Hi, Hi, Allie. Thanks for being here. I want to try to make sure I at least get some comments of everyone's in. Right. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, the photos from May 2nd, there wasn't even a fence there. I know. For them to would have did any yeah. Yeah, oh, I knew that from way back when. So when he said that, I was like, it's just more BS. It's something that obviously has always worked for Daniel to be able to just sling that BS, and he's roped people in with it, right? But now it's not working because there's pictures of everything. You have people digging at everything and picking out stuff and, you know, um, being able to prove his BS, right? But obviously, the BS that he's always slung, where and to whoever, it's always worked for him, and people will always go back to what's worked for them. That's what they know best, and that is what he knows best. But unfortunately, we know better, right? Yeah, live chat. You see all comment. Yeah, and that's what mine is on. Yeah, so I have it on the right thing. Yeah. What time are we at? I have the company coming at 4:00. I'm gonna have sushi for the first time, guys. I hope I like it. Yep, it is a disgrace. He worked on it until it got dark, yeah, and with Jamie saying the kids got out of the fence. Yeah, there wasn't a fence. I know, and yeah, I know. And the other thing is too, on Tint's very, very clear. He obviously has a really good drone. You can clearly see there's no swings there. At the on the swing set, like it's a definite. There's no swings there, but in that pile of wood is there, right? Um, yes. Hi, Root Strength. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. The call at 8:28 throws everything off. The only thing I hate about that is that we know that she does call her mother they communicate every day, at least once a day, and most often a few times a day. Now, we don't know the history of that. RCMP will. They'll be able to look back and go, oh yeah, okay, so she calls her mother around that time quite often, right? Three times a week. Yeah, she's been making phone calls around that time to her mother. They can't show that that's odd, right? That's different. So yeah, there's that. And she does place herself awake at that time because she says she was up with Meadow, right? The kids woke Meadow up. She got up with Meadow, took Meadow in the bed, turned the TV on. So she is saying she was up. So yeah, but it is definitely, it's a red flag, right? For me, it's like a red flag that's teetering on a fence. That's what I'll say. There is a comparison video of him and Chris Watts, and it's eerily the same. Yeah, I've felt that as soon as as soon as I was on to Daniel. And for me, it was early. It was when he started the way he was talking about Malaya and the conversations with Shar, and then turned around and was like and then went on TV saying, now, people stop talking like that about Malaya because, she's got mental issues going on there and it'll make it worse. And then I thought, okay, no, there's something wrong here. And that was it for me with Daniel. That was it right there. Done. Yeah. In my opinion, Malaya is in this up to her neck. Possibly. My heart doesn't want to believe it, and I really struggle with it. I know, I really struggle with it. But there's things that, believe me, I'm filing. I've got filed in the brain, or I should say in my notebook, because the brain won't keep it there. Where are the gaps closed up with chicken wire, which makes it look unfinished? Were the gaps closed up with chicken wire? Oh, which makes it look, not sure. Not sure. They would, I guess, only they would know that one. The call at 20. Oh, sorry, geez, I'm going backwards. That could be the problem, guys. I'm going backwards, and she didn't change Meadow's diaper. Well, and one of the things that Daniel said, it was stated that she was changing Meadow's diaper. Like, there's so many stories. Just tuning in, running back to the beginning. I'll see what I've missed. Yep. Well, thank you, KD, for being here. Always appreciate it. Hi, Wanods. Where is that pool that Janie was supposed to be putting in? Yeah. Right? Yep. Good question. Apparently, was a pool from Team. Apparently, it was the pool from Timu. Oh, Timu. Yeah. Yeah. Well, possibly. Malaya told our CMP that Daniel was going to stay up. I know, Thursday night to clean the house for her, but she said he didn't. Right. She doesn't know when he went to bed or what he did, and I do believe that. In my opinion, he could have rugged her, and I've thought of that as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not totally there yet with Malaya. Even in Janie's interview with CBC at Novah, oh, I know, what a disgrace, eh? Total disgrace. Hi, Karen. At Lori Green, to my memory, it was first put out in a Globe and Mail article related to the school. Sorry, Lori, if you asked something and I missed it there. Oh, can anyone let me know who put it out? The kids were known to CB. Yes, it was in the Globe and Mail article. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was in the Globe and Mail. All right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, ground not worn down by pushing off swings. Good point, Mary. The pond, it seems like the children will be nearby, as the first interviews make it seem like they were expecting the cops to find them or someone there, or their belongings, diaper, boots. Yeah, true. The pond. Well, typically, the way it goes is that when the, people that have been red rummed or hidden, it's, in those familiar stomping grounds. So that's why I always said I don't think, unless somehow they're washed out into the ocean, and this is all allegedly speculating, in my opinion, if anything nefarious took place, that, which again would still be familiar stomping grounds, because I suspect if that did happen, it was probably through Middle River somehow that they may have been taken to, or if they wandered off, possibly, if they did wander off, got there themselves. But yeah, outside of that happening, if it's by other means, that they are typically and not close to the home, in the sense that on the property, right on the property, but familiar stomping grounds, right, to that individual. So yeah, Everyone's saying MBM leaving is weird. CBS told her she couldn't stay there at Dan's and keep her baby there. She followed CBS advice. I think there was probably a lot of prompting from them, her mother, and our CMP, because as I stated before, and posed the question in one of my videos. Actually, I think it's right in my thumbnail. Why would our CMP ever ask her the question, do you feel safe here? Right? Like, why? Like, I'm a nurse. I worked in healthcare. We're trained to pick up on things and deal with certain situations. Now, I'm not going to pose that question or, go in that direction with anyone unless I'm seeing things that are telling me that that's a direction that I need to go in. And so there's a reason why they asked that, right? If my grandson was here and went missing and I had to call the police and they came here and they looked at me and said, do you feel safe here? I'd be like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Find my grandson. Like, that's not a typical question that would have to be asked, right? Like, there's a reason why. Yeah. But Daniel's sleeping next to her, Meadow sleeping on her arm, and she's making a call and didn't see the kids. Yeah, well, I think her being in the bed and the baby on her arm was probably after making the call, right? And Daniel was never sleeping. You're not asleep and see Malaya there sleeping with Meadow on her arm. Hear Jack out in the kitchen. See Lily in and out of the room. Now he admits he went shh, to Lily. Hear the lock on the door. What else? Like, is a person sleeping knowing that's all going on? That's not asleep. Like, you can't say, yeah, I was sleeping, and then say, all the, like, I'm not going to say, yeah, I had a good sleep last night. I heard 5 cars drive by. I heard the deer stomping out in the backyard. My husband got up to use the bathroom twice. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that? No, that's, both can't be true. You were either sleeping or you weren't sleeping, and very well aware of everything going on. It did look like they expected kids to be found. Then Dee was interviewed about HRDD. He said he was 100% sure. Yeah. And the HRDD is the human remains detection dogs, guys. He was 100% sure they wouldn't find them. So never there or got moved. Yeah. Good question. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're at 3:53 and my company is going to be arriving here very, very, very soon. And I know you guys have awesome comments there, and I apologize I didn't get to them all. I am going to have to say goodbye though, okay? Yeah, so we'll put Lily and Jack back up there. Yeah, Lily and Jack. There they are, precious babies. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for being here. I guess I'll catch up later. Yeah, well, you can go in Sky Painter. I don't think I said hi to you yet. Anybody that didn't say hi to, hi, and I'm so sorry I missed you. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for spending a couple hours with me. Well, an hour and a half, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for joining Novah today and for sharing your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe, everyone. Lots of love, lots of positive vibes. I will probably be on. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, but if not, the next day. I am feeling better, so I should, and I'm sleeping better through the night now and more alert through the day. So I won't be nodding off through the daytime. Yeah. So, all right. Lots of love, lots of positive vibes, guys. Okay. Take care.